Welcome back to Procraft. Today's video is about gigging guitars. So if you're a musician who is about shows and performing at live venues with PA systems and want a guitar that's very dependable, reliable, sounds great and is easy to travel with, here are a few options that you should check out. There are different approaches many different brands have taken to solve that problem that touring musicians and performing musicians generally have. But as a whole, all of them are targeted at them. So let's see what each approach has to offer. Starting off with, I think, one of the most innovative approaches from Donner, which is the Hush I. That's what Keegan here is holding. Yes. So yeah, Keegan, can you give us a quick overview on that guitar?
So what this essentially does is it's a block of wood with strings attached and these frames detach. One important thing about traveling musicians is you've got to get onto flights, you've got to get onto buses and all of that. And you want something that is really convenient to carry. So what this kind of really solves that problem because it's actually headless. So it does not have that extended headstock. It has the tuners right here on this side and it's angled. So it's not like it's bulging out. It's in line with this. These frames are detachable. Now this is the Hush I, which means it's got an active pickup, but it's not a digital pickup. It's still analog. So it's very simple construction, piezo style pickup. Basic controls, your volume, lows, highs. There's a phase control and it also has a headphone out. So if you want to just practice by yourself, you can do that.
Right, so this is what we call a silent guitar essentially. Absolutely. Right? So it's if it's not plugged in, you cannot hear much of it.
Not really. I'll demonstrate that.
Yeah.
Nothing there.
So it's practically silent if you don't plug it in, and it's almost a necessity to have it plugged in.
Yes.
But then what you get with that is like a really small body, and that's very easy to travel with. So how does it sound like acoustically? Obviously, this is for somebody who does not want to play it acoustically, but when you are on your shows, mostly you are plugged into a PA system, and with that, this is just very easy to carry around. But let's see. So acoustically, no sound, obviously. Let's see what it sounds like plugged in.
All right, so I've got the volume up now.
Yeah.
So it sounds basically like sounds like an acoustic guitar when plugged in because of the piezo pickup that's underneath the saddle. Yeah. It doesn't have the body, which makes the sound that the way your guitar would. Yeah. But at the same time, when you're plugged into a venue, most guitars have a piezo style pickup. So this kind of just does the same thing, and I can go right from playing like soft stuff, or if I really want to go. So very convenient. Also, just want to mention the playability of it. It's really comfortable to play in terms of the form factor. Hard to explain that, but as you can see, the ease with which I'm able to pick the notes and the way it's picking up the notes.
And also,
really
I think
clear.
the materials that are being used on the fretboard is Richlite.
This is a Richlite fretboard. Yes.
It's basically a fiber composite type of a material, which will not wear away with time. So with humidity, changes in temperature, it's just going to stay the way it is. Absolutely. And I think that's excellent what Donner has done here. And I think right now there's a special price drop on it as well. So you're getting this under 20,000 rupees. And at that price, I mean, it's great. What more can you want? So like as a tool, it's
absolutely
great.
It's a no-brainer. Yeah. Also, I'm just.
Can you show them the bag and how it packs up into like a small package?
All right, so here we have the bag with us. You can see it doesn't even look like a guitar bag.
Yeah,
it looks
like a badminton racket bag,
possibly, or even like a
even smaller than that. Yeah,
baseball bat. I've got the bolts off. This comes with an Allen key that just fits in here conveniently. Now that I've taken the bolts off, see how this just slides off. Top and the bottom frame actually come off separate, and they just fit in this compact bag. And the bag is actually designed with these little slots. So
that's very clever. Yeah.
Keys go in there. You can put your bolts in here. The Allen key actually stays in this slot. Step 1 done.
And then the guitar goes in. You clamp in the head. Beautiful. Wow.
And just like that,
You can pack up an entire guitar into a small package like
I'm
that.
ready to go.
Hey, come back.
All right, I'm back. So let's talk a little bit about the guitar that you have.
Oh yeah, this is a completely different approach to what we saw with the Donner. Here, they have just tried to innovate in terms of the materials that are actually used. So what ends up happening when you travel a lot with your guitar in like different humidity conditions, different temperature conditions, is that the wood starts to warp. So warping is a common problem that is faced by people who are traveling internationally with their guitars a lot, even from coastal areas into mountains, back into coastal areas, sometimes into the plains. Situations like that where you have drastic changes in temperature, wood does not really like that.
No, not at all.
They have just gone on, Enya here has put carbon fiber all around on this guitar. So along with that, it's a smaller scale length, so this is a 36-inch
Yep.
guitar, and that just makes it a lot more easier to travel with. You can see it next to me. It's not that big compared to something like a full-size dreadnought or even a concert-size guitar. This is handy to take around and dependable, so your neck will not move a lot if you take it around into different places. Made out of carbon fiber, it is also more durable than wood. So imagine you hit it out somewhere, like not saying that you should go hitting this guitar around, but accidentally if that happens, there's less chance that you will
absolutely
make a dent on it, and it might crack, something like that. So it's far more durable than wood is, and also it's waterproof. So the pickup here that has been installed is obviously not waterproof, but other than that, the entire guitar, you can just dunk it in water and it would be all right.
Absolutely.
So you can row a boat with it.
But I wouldn't recommend.
Yeah, you don't do that, but you can if you're stuck in a situation like that. But yeah, so it's got a great pickup system on it. This here is a Trans-Acoustic guitar. So what that means is you have a pickup that also has built-in effects. So just by a press of a button, now you should be able to hear reverb coming out of my guitar. You hear it? I can also press the button again and then it changes color, so now it's blue, and now you should hear some other effects. And then you press it again.
I think that's the delay.
This is like a lot more chorusy. And also got delay.
It's got delay on that, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then finally it's this, which is the auto wah. But yeah, the best part with this is that you've got 4 presets and you can change all of these 4 presets to your own liking. You don't have to use them in that exact order or with that exact effects. It's like patches and you can just customize them your own way. The good thing here is that you don't have to depend on the audio guy now. So you can have your own EQ patches on here as well. So for one for rhythm, one for lead, one which is a little more boosted, and also apply your effects just like that. So it's a really helpful tool for musicians. You can stack up to 7 effects on this.
Yes, it's got also a chorus and it's actually got a compressor in there.
Yeah.
So if you explore the Enya app, there's also got an EQ and you can connect your phone and play backing tracks. So
right.
So many options.
Yeah. You cannot really control them on the fly, so while you are playing you cannot like adjust the amount of delay, reverb, chorus, but the idea is you set it once with the app and then you just keep switching between them. So this is the Enya EAX3. The best part about this compared to something like the Donner is that you can also play it acoustically. And acoustically as well, it sounds great.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
You can easily compare this to something that's made out of wood. You wouldn't really mind it.
Yeah.
It's been designed that way and it's a whole lot more practical. Speaking about wood, what are you holding?
Now, for all those guitarists who insist that they want a more traditional style instrument, which is all wood, we have with us the Kepma FC Mini. And this has actually got a solid top on here. This is the all mahogany version. It comes with a spruce top as well. Now, the great thing about this guitar is just the way it plays. So this is what it sounds like acoustically.
Man, there's just something about, you know, wooden guitars.
Absolutely,
You cannot replace them. And yeah, it's given that because obviously wood is wood and we are used to hearing that sound from so long. Guitars have been made out of wood. We relate to the sound of a guitar made of a wood when we think of a sound of a guitar, right?
That's the way it's been for
right, and it's very resonant. There are a lot of overtones. I don't think the mic picks it up that beautifully, but in the room you hear that, you know, sweet wooden, solid wood sound.
And that's just
mad sustain, man, on that guitar.
This guitar is incredible. I just wanted to show you something, which is the way this guitar is constructed. It's a travel size, 36 inch. It's got a cutaway so you can reach your higher. And what's more important is the bulge on the back that you see here.
Right.
So this bulge actually gives it a little more volume in terms of the air that's vibrating, which is why when you hear that sustain, it actually really rings out. So even though it's a small body guitar, you're not compromising in terms of tone
of the sound.
Yeah.
Also, there's another thing. On this guitar, the back, I noticed it recently, the back has no bindings.
Yes, it doesn't have a binding, and that is just more surface area to vibrate and
that
resonate.
Vibrates better, and it's possible to have no bindings because it's a smaller guitar first of all, so it's just more compact, so more difficult to, you know, damage the back in terms of its structural integrity, and also the curve, the arch, that adds some certain amount of strength to it, so you don't really need bindings. And when you remove bindings, what happens is that the wood vibrates a lot more freely. And that is why you hear such great sounds coming out of a small guitar like that. And coming to the pickup that you have on there, so traditionally this guitar would not ship with a pickup, but what we have installed over there, since this is for gigging, so obviously you need a pickup on there. So let's turn on the pickup and hear that.
Okay, so what I have here is on the guitar we've installed a pickup called the Y2 pickup by a company called Double. And what's great about this is it's a magnetic pickup, so it's not, you don't have to like get a piezo under the saddle. It just sticks into the sound hole.
You don't have to drill any holes except for one.
You already have like a small hole for the strap lock, but what happens is that you're avoiding making any cavities. And then a guitar like this, you really don't want to make cavities in here. And if that wasn't enough, this is also a Trans-Acoustic pickup, which means that in addition to just picking up the sound, I also have reverb, chorus and or delay. So I'm gonna turn everything off for now. So this is just if you don't want any of the effects and you just want to plug your guitar in as a regular pickup. Just going to dial in some reverb.
That's nice.
Then let's do some. And that's the beauty of these pickups, is they really pick up the not just the sound of the strings but also the tonal characteristics of the wood itself. So I'm not
there's a mic on the pickup as well, right? So the pickup has a mic on it, like a actual condenser mic built into the pickup. So it's picking up the acoustic sound inside the body of the guitar. So if you're
getting a little more body, so if you
tap
want to
on the body. Try doing that on the Donner guitar.
Yeah. One thing you've got to be wary of microphones on pickups is that feedback issue that you will. So that's something to be aware of, but it's also just depends on how you angle your guitar from any kind of monitoring system. So that's the FC Mini with a Y2 pickup, trans-acoustic pickup, beautiful combination.
Right.
Wherever you go, you're gonna
It's
have this.
Traditional and also practical. So
Yes.
for somebody who wants like a traditional gigging guitar and wants to take it around, singer-songwriter, performing musician, gigging person, wants effects, wants a great pickup, wants a great guitar that plays and feels like home every time you pick it up. It is dependable. It sounds traditional.
It's
got
everything
this.
that you would want from a traditional acoustic guitar as a traveling guitar.
Like if you don't like too much things being done to a guitar, like personally, if you ask me, I would like pick that up out of all of these if I was gigging.
Yeah, absolutely. I just like the fact that it's travel friendly and it's got the cutaway.
So let's switch guitars in 3, 2, 1. Yes, so we've got new guitars in our hands all of a sudden.
Yes.
Magic. What Keegan has is from outer space. It's a alien guitar.
Alien green.
It's alien green in color. Well, I mean, yeah, we are joking about it. The actual name of the color we'll just put on the screen, but we are calling it alien green because that is what it looks like.
Me a little something out of a scene from Rick and Morty.
What I have is the Nova Go SP1 in Snow White, and that is the Asteroid
By Natasha.
by Natasha. So the Asteroid is like we mentioned, it looks like something from outer space, and even the inlays on there. So if you can show them that, they are
Look at the inlays. It's
planets of our solar system.
some interstellar stuff happening there.
Yep. And you've got some interesting colors. We'll flash them on the screen. This is the most striking of them all. So alien green color.
Yes.
And alongside that, what you're getting is a double OS1 pickup system on the side. Both these guitars are made out of carbon fiber and they have a very small scale length. So this one is 34 inches.
They are similar in size. The concept is that carbon fiber being a durable material.
How many inches though?
36.
Just be clear about your inches.
This is 26 inches.
Yours is 38 inches.
How is it?
I mean, that's what's mentioned.
Yeah. Alright, so this is a 38-inch size guitar, which means that it's slightly bigger than a travel size. But because of the way it's constructed and the shape of the body, it's really convenient.
The body is very small.
Yes. And one thing I love about this is the fact that it does have a sound hole.
Right.
And what that means is, even if I've turned off the volume and now I'm just gonna play it acoustically.
Nice.
It's got a nice full sound to it, fairly flat, and again this also has a bulge. Now with carbon fiber, because they are made using molds, it's a lot easier to have these unique shapes. So if you just have a look at the way the contours on this guitar go, it's got this nice rounded edge here.
It's very curvy. And
Very
round
curvy.
and smooth.
The neck joint is also really smoothened out. And what that means is just really easy to play. So it's got a cutaway. If I need access to the higher frets, and with the pickup, and it doesn't require a lot of effort, great action, really great finishing, and overall I think this is an incredible piece of engineering, yeah, and a lot of attention to detail that's gone in.
Right.
Even if you can look at the fret ends over here, it's some really high quality level work. I can go on and on. If you look at the tuning heads here,
Yeah, it's a pretty high quality guitar.
it's got some real attention to detail, which is something I always like in a guitar, just kind of tells you about.
So now let's move over to the Enya. So a very similar concept here, all made out of carbon fiber, although a smaller scale length. So a 35-inch scale length over here, which is even smaller than the 36-inch already travel-friendly nature. So this is even tinier. In fact, for me being around 6 feet 4 inches, this is difficult to play. I feel like it's too small for me and I cannot grip onto it well enough. Yeah, but this one has a very special looking sound hole. I don't know if you can really consider it a sound hole. It's more like sound slits. So it's like a feather design. The Enya logo in a way has been carved into the body over here, and it has a side port sound monitoring hole. That was a mouthful.
Yeah.
But yeah, what that means is you hear it from here right into your ears. And if you're a singer, songwriter type of a person, so if you're singing and playing it, this will even go and bleed into your singing mic.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a great thing. And apart from that, it's all high quality, a very similar price to that. And acoustically, this is what it sounds like. Comes with the same SP1 pickup system that we saw on the X3. So you've got 4 different presets, all of them having different effects, and you will hear them acoustically as well. And if you turn all the effects off, I mean, yeah, it sounds okay. I would say it's decent.
It's
not the best sounding acoustic guitar.
Well, considering it's carbon fiber and the size, you're not going to get that much low end anyway.
Obviously, that's not the point of it.
Yes.
The real application is when you plug it in. So you see over here, the jack is there, and then you use the pickup with all the effects, and you're playing through a PA. But yeah,
and you've got an equalizer on the app as well.
Right, you've got 4 presets and a mixer and stuff like that on the app. You can change all that jazz. But if you're practicing in your hotel room, for example, or you're just backstage trying to warm up, you've got something at least coming out of it, unlike the Donner. And if you ask me which one I like more acoustically, I would say that one sounds better in terms of its acoustic sound.
I just think it's the sound hole that makes all
the bigger
difference.
sound hole. And
I mean, you do notice that it doesn't have as much low end as the FC Mini.
Yeah.
That's because of the material, and which is why material of guitars is so important.
But then at the same time, because of that material now, it's waterproof,
Yes.
it's weather resistant, and also it's a lot more travel friendly, it's a lot more durable, stronger, and stuff like that. It also gets these pretty colors which you will not find on, guitars in general.
No.
So yeah, these were a few approaches to different gigging guitars in what we have in our store.
Yes.
So which one was your favorite? And what should companies do to solve these gigging musician problems? What do you think? Let us know in the comment section. And also comment below on what you would like to see next. Subscribe, share, like. Bye bye. See you all next time.